We're of the opinion that instead of letting books grow moldy behind an iron grating, far from the vulgar gaze, it is better to let them wear out by being read. Jules Verne, February 8, 1828 – March 24, 1905, was a French novelist, poet, and playwright. Science, my lad, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make because they lead little by little to the truth. A line comes back to Marie-Laure from Jules Verne. Science, my lad, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make because they lead little by little to the truth. Reality provides us with facts so romantic that imagination itself could add nothing to them. Science, my boy, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make because they lead little by little to the truth. While there is life, there is hope. I beg to assert that as long as a man's heart beats, as long as a man's flesh quivers, I do not allow that a being gifted with thought and will allow himself to despair. It seems wisest to assume the worst from the beginning, and let anything better come as a surprise. It is a great misfortune to be alone, my friends, and it must be believed that solitude can quickly destroy reason. On the surface of the ocean, men wage war and destroy each other, but down here, just a few feet beneath the surface, there is a calm and peace, unmolested by man. If only life were like a Jules Verne novel, thinks Marie-Laure, and you could page ahead when you most needed to, and learn what would happen. I looked on, I thought, I reflected, I admired, in a state of stupefaction not altogether unmingled with fear. Science, my lad, has been built upon many errors, but they are errors which it was good to fall into, for they led to the truth. It may be taken for granted that, rash as the Americans are, when they are prudent there is good reason for it. As long as the heart beats, as long as body and soul keep together, I cannot admit that any creature endowed with a will has a need to despair of life. I am not what you call a civilized man. I have done with society entirely, for reasons that I alone have the right to appreciate. I do not, therefore, obey its laws, and I desire you never to allude to them before me again. On the earth, even in the darkest night, the light never wholly abandons his rule. It is diffused and subtle, but little as may remain, the retinue of the eye is sensible of it. I have been, am, in his service. I have seen his generosity and goodness, and I will never betray him, not for all the gold in the world. I have come from a village where they don't eat that kind of bread.